the house that are unsafe.
What was that?
A house as old as this one becomes, in time, a living thing.
Hello, everybody.
My name is Shri, and
I'm Mark, and we just got back from seeing Crimson Peak. Alright, so how is it? Well, let's talk about it.
Excellent.
In the 1800s, a young girl named Edith has basically seen ghosts ever since her mom died. 14 years later, she works as a writer for I think it's like a company that designs buildings or something. Thomas Sharp, played by Loki, surprisingly, wants to build a claymaker machine for mining, but unfortunately they don't really approve of it so well. He begins to fall in love with Edith, but his dad forces Thomas to leave. When Thomas decides to stay, Edith's father is killed. Thomas marries Edith, and the two of them move into a 3-story mansion called Allerdale Hall that Thomas lives currently with her sister. There is also a subplot involving a detective named Mr. Michael, who is trying to investigate the mysterious circumstances behind the death of Edith's father, and Thomas, they have some secrets of her own, and that's all I'm gonna say, because what goes on in this movie is like some of the best that I've seen in a while.
In the beginning,
and that's a stretch because we saw The Visit and that movie sucked.
That was disappointing. But let me tell you something. At the beginning of this movie, it actually shows how things will happen. At the ending, they'll show how it actually comes all together.
It's a flashback.
Makes me more happier, and that makes me more happy because they did it step by step. I was so proud of how they make this movie so really good.
Well, it's one of those like flashback type of things.
That's
a lot of movies do that.
The way they do the flashback in this, wonderful.
Yeah. First of all, let's get the negatives out of the way first.
There's only small negatives.
For me, they're kind of minor. First of all, the acting was mixed. Like, there are some people who do their job well, like
the main character was excellent.
Yeah, the main character, the girl from the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland movie. I can't think of her name, but you know who she is.
If you've seen that movie. Alice in Wonderland girl.
You know, she was actually pretty decent in this one. A lot better than 5 years ago when she did the Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland
her
movie.
emotions was great.
So she had at least, you know, some type of personality, considering that this girl, you know, she had just lost her mom and then now her dad, and she believes in ghosts, and she explains
she can actually
throughout
see
the movie
them,
that she can see them
and feel them.
The ghosts that she sees give her premonitions of things that are to happen or have happened already.
There's some creepy stuff you'll see in this movie, but
there's a lot. But yeah, she was fine. The guy, he's fine. I mean, he was decent.
Good.
However, you know, Thomas's sister, I thought she was probably the most robotic because she almost has like no personality to her.
Yeah.
Which in a mystery thriller, actually, now that I think about it, it's not a bad thing at all.
It isn't
because you know, mystery thrillers like Clue. You know, when you play that game, you know, bunch of people.
It actually slowly
with very little personality, and then you start to slowly.
It actually slowly starts as like it's not scary. It slowly starts in like a different theme. It doesn't scare, but it slowly starts to be scarier and scarier and scarier.
Yeah, it's not, for me, I didn't find it scary. I find it creepy.
Creepy.
It's creepy because while it may not be like fully scary, it is creepy. The atmosphere, you know, the gothic atmosphere of this 3-story mansion where there are tons of secrets lying everywhere. What? The hallways are designed to almost be
beautiful too.
To be almost like The Shining-ish.
The house was beautiful. Everything was beautiful.
Everything, the lighting,
the
creaking, everything about it matched, from the creaking doors to the rusty pipes, the hallway design, those things that are like, I don't know, like
CGI was great.
Like spikes on the walls.
CGI was great.
Like a circle with spikes on it. The stairways, the creepy tone, the creaking of the elevator going down. I was just so blown away by the production design.
Even the CGI was really good.
Even the costumes were really good.
They're all good.
In a period piece like this, the costumes have to be authentic, and they were just phenomenal. How they did it. There's so many varieties. There's so many. It's just a visual marvel. But getting back to the story for a second, the story it slowly peels like an orange. I mean, or onion, basically. Well, yeah, because remember in Shrek how he says, like, ogres are like onions?
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, basically, how they layered the story from beginning to end, it's like you peel another layer at a time.
Step by step is good.
You get to know more about these people, who they are, and you want to know, you want to keep going.
A lot of things they do actually explain about them, who they are.
But once you do find out the secrets, you will never think of them the same way again. Oh, and there's also this running theme with tea. You know what? I'm not going to say what it means, because when you find out...
That's going to be weird.
But you'll never think of tea the same way again. Let's just put it that way.
You'll never drink tea again.
You'll never drink tea again.
Yeah, you'll never drink tea again when you watch the movie.
You'll never...
no, I don't want to drink tea.
You never think of walls and
I might have this scary impression. No.
Could I just have, like,
Can I just have coffee, please?
Yeah.
Coffee or some cold water or whatever.
Yeah, water, please.
Something like that, whatever it is.
Yeah, that was kind of amusing. But we like to point out also that there are some plot holes in it. Like, there's a part where they want her to sign a certain piece of paper. I'm not going to say what it is, but some paper, and we don't really get to know why this paper is so significant, why it's
important.
Yeah, but I would have liked to know
more about
this piece of paper. I mean, we're not going to tell you yet, but
this is
if you find out, you'll be asking the same question I did. It's just saying, why is this quote-unquote piece of paper so significant to you guys? Does it really matter, or what? It's just, to me, I wish we could have known more about it, but these are just little nitpicks. But the movie is overall really, really good. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. I was so
entertained.
Yeah, mystery thrillers are always exciting because you always love to, you know, get down with the clues and the mysteries surrounding them. It's just
fantastic. Had no clues at all. I was like, when I was watching it, what the hell am I watching? I was like,
why do you always keep bringing up a visit?
Because it's terrible.
Okay, yes,
you should know.
Okay, yes, I know it's terrible, but it's not that bad.
Average.
It could have been way worse. It could have been Last Airbender.
I gave it a 1.
Didn't you give it like a -1?
Yeah.
You gave it a -1.
Yeah, -1. Yeah.
And didn't you? To be fair, it could have been Last Airbender.
It's just like Crimson Creep. Or creepy or something.
Yeah, because this movie is like straight up creepy. It may not be the scariest film I've seen, but it is certainly one of the creepiest I've seen this entire year. The Gallows, was... It's actually really good.
But I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but I'm just telling them.
I know.
The Gallows was haunting and unnerving. Crimson Peak is creepy and nerve-wracking. Crimson Peak is kind of like... I'll put it this way. If you like Downton Abbey, imagine that being abandoned and run down, and then the Crawleys, the Barlows live there. Imagine it like that. The Barlows living inside this 3-story abandoned mansion that the Crawleys forgot to think about. Think of it like that. So
man, yeah. When I was actually watching this movie, I was so into it and satisfied. It did not make me really tired at all. I was like so into it. Like, there's some scenes in this movie with shows like where there's some there's something will show you the way. It actually shows a path and shows something will show that lady. What's her name? The main girl. Edith, right?
Yeah, Edith.
Yeah, it'll show Edith some place to go. It shows her something. It tells her some truth about something she has to know, and that something is trying to communicate with her, something like that.
The ghosts, like I said before, the ghosts usually give her hints as to what's going to happen or what has already happened. They come in. I mean, you've seen the previews. You already know. Yeah. They come in the form of either a black shadow, or throughout most of the movie, they come in like this red sort of like skeleton kind of things.
That's
like,
cool.
Like how they also show even how they died. Like at one point, I remember seeing a ghost who had an axe on her head.
Didn't even see that.
I think it was in the bathtub.
No.
Yeah, I think it was in the bathtub. The axe was like.
Yeah, I remember that.
They sort of show how the person died. So, you know that So they sort of
the CGI was great. Really.
Oh
beautiful.
yeah, but it's a good thing they didn't overuse it, which is a good thing. But at least I hope they didn't. But
they didn't do it. They actually just really. Right, they actually did the right way they have to do to make this movie. I don't know how this movie would do in the box office, but it did probably well. They might make a second movie. They might.
I do not sense a sequel. By the way, Guillermo del Toro.
What does that even mean?
Guillermo del Toro. He did Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh yeah.
Guillermo del Toro sort of crafted this movie in a very sort of haunting kind of way.
Oh, this movie,
you feel almost kind of unnerving, but at the same time you want to stay and find out what could lie around every corner, which is something that good haunted house movies have.
Feels like
the haunting, the shining. You know,
feels like I wanted to stay in this movie and watch it. That's why I stayed. I didn't want to oh no, this movie was boring. And I
you wanted visit. You wanted to leave.
Yeah, I wanted to leave.
The problem with the visit is that you had to fast forward up to the last 30 minutes. Crimson Peak. I was so engrossed in it that I would want to see it many times.
Engrossed. What the hell does that even mean?
Engrossed.
I don't even know what that means.
It's another word for engaged.
Okay.
I enjoyed this.
There's nothing bad about this movie. Everything was excellent. Everything did pretty well. The script was done awesomely done. The writing was done. The writing was pretty good too.
I mean, yeah, there were some little nitpick sort of complaints, but overall, it's one of the more better
pretty good movie for 2015 for a Halloween. Pretty good for movies for Halloween, and pretty good thing for 2015.
It's a pretty good mystery film. It's a pretty good mystery
too as well. So.
Yeah, but I didn't find it scary, but I found it really creepy.
Creepy is the same thing for Halloween.
Yeah, creepy. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Creepy is Halloween, though.
I forgot about that. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, you're missing the creepy Halloween. Halloween creepy, scary. What's the difference? The same thing. But overall, it was creepy and successfully done. Matter of fact, really good.
I would give it 4.5 out of 5.
By 4. Well, in nitpicks, yeah. 5, man. 5 for me.
4.5 out of 5.
Excellent for me.
We both gave it good reviews, and you should go watch it. I mean,
worth your money, by the way. Worth your money.